Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. As you can see, I got a different train running around today. Just decided to run it for a while. And down here on the floor, you can see the remnants of some boxes. I have all the cardboard boxes for the business in here because the truck is in the shop. Should be getting it back today, but I don't know. But anyway, this will be video number 83. It's going to be, as I always say, a little short one, but I do have some things determined and stuff over here, and I'm going to show you what all that's about. Okay, before we go too far, I just finished this guy. I may have shown you guys that I was starting to work on it. Anyway, it's 1/43. They don't make this in a pre-made model, so I built it. I'm not proud of the windshield, I'm not proud of the rear view mirrors, but the rest of the car turned out well. And it's 1/43. Let me pick it up. You get an idea of how small it is. We're going to put it on the shelf up here. And there you go. If I can back out here. Whoops, the other back out. It's just an addition to my collection of 1/43 stuff. Now let's move on. Okay, what we do have going on over here is you guys have seen most of the stuff over here. I kind of moved the little structures around right here, the green warehouse building there, and then the nursery there. I kind of like the nursery in that configuration right there. It will allow for a road to go across the tracks right there and get up into that area, and then possibly cross the tracks back there in the back and go into the city area. Another thing you'll notice is the tall red building right over there, and the water tower was there the other day. I'm going to have to do a small flat, I think, back over there. Some kind of small building, not sure exactly what yet, but I'm going to do the back of a building over there. But it just so happened that that Middlesex manufacturing building was just the right angle to fit there. It's leaning, of course, because I don't have that leveled up, but it does fit nicely there. And I think the size of it fits nicely there. So that is going to be where it goes. Now, for the shopping center over here, or the backs of these buildings, I think that's about where it'll go. And then, as you can see, I took a building there. I can't remember if it was a bookstore or which one it was. But anyway, I took all four sides of it and made a flat over there. And that flat can be moved left or right. But I kind of like it there. I think it's going to work. These would normally be the backs of the buildings, but we're just going to pretend like the one is the back of a building. They had a double entrance, one from the back and one from the front. A lot of stores back in the day had those. But anyway, that building is obviously not finished, but I've got to put some window glazing in it, do the window frames and stuff like that, and then I will likely, it's got some thick styrene around the edge of the back, and I will likely put some black styrene in there, and I may put some lights in a couple of those, but I'm not really positive about that yet. That remains to be seen, but I think that would give it some effect. You'll notice the little paint building right over there, or whatever that thing is. Maybe it's a barrel building. I guess it's Clyde's barrels. But anyway, it goes kind of nicely there. It's kind of in the back, kind of the side. What would appear to be the side faces the alley, and then back there behind that as a flat you see that little storefront that I had, and I think it just kind of fills in right there. Once I put the street in, which will be abnormally narrow, but no one, I mean, you're supposed to get the depth of field here, but anyway, I think this combination of buildings across here looks good, and then maybe the water tower there, and then another building flat angular over there, and we will have it. Like I say, I like this area here. There's some space right in here that I don't know what I'll do with, but that remains to be seen. But I do like this stuff where it is. Another thing you will notice is right there, I have the N-Scale Architect Stockyard. I built it a little different from the kit. I didn't like the Eastern looking style. But anyway, that'll be raised up a little bit to track level on probably some black foam or cork. I'm not exactly sure what yet. That will go there approximately where it is. I have also built a GC laser, small little GC laser pole barn, and it will go right on this side of it. It's a very small one, but it is a little pole barn, and it will have hay and stuff in it for feed for the cattle who are holding, waiting to be picked up. And this will be the office building to it, and it will probably move over a little bit and be next to the pole barn. Got to leave room in there to get tractors and stuff around the pole barn. Then I will probably park a tractor there so that they have something to move the feed and stuff around with. But I think that will fit on that siding nicely. And then what I do with the rest of that will probably just be an alley on this side of those buildings back there that'll go along the back sides. It'll go over here and go in between the buildings here. This building will probably have a relatively wide sidewalk, and then the street will go in between there. Then the street may come across here and go to the back side over here, then wiggle through this and maybe come across here. At least that's what I have kind of in my head right now. But as you can see, I have constructed a couple of things. I was going to cut this building down for the liquor distributor that was going to go down here on the other end. However, the liquor distributor, I'm going to have to build a different structure for the liquor distributor, and that's okay. I wanted it shorter anyway. I couldn't really come up with a good way to shorten that building down to a couple stories. So we'll put a different building down there for the liquor distributor when I get down there. But this is coming along nicely. And as I mentioned last time, all of the track works and so forth. Let me go under here and show you what I got going on under the layout right here. Okay, we can see here that I got my bill box put back up. I got the fascia screwed back in. Got the wires tucked in behind the fascia there. I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but wouldn't you know it, I had 3 wires going across there, and one of the wires, the power that comes back over for the lighting, I screwed a screw right into it and shorted it. So I had to fix that, tuck it all back in, put the fascia back up. And then you also notice that I put a throttle pocket here. The throttle pocket can be plugged in over here, but the cord would have to drape down in front of the air conditioner, and you would be able to set your throttle in there instead of laying it down on the table here. That being said, I come around here. I still got all the buildings that I think I can't use sitting here. And now we're going to go underneath. Okay, here we are underneath. I don't think you can see it because of the bright light. But anyway, there's a piece of Velcro up there that holds up the power wire going to the DS64s. You can see that I put another piece of Velcro back there. And that piece of Velcro, I wadded up all that excess wire so I can bring that wire down and work on it if need be. Put a piece of duct tape up there to hold that wire to the bottom of the shelf. All the switch wires I wadded up and put behind the DS64. Put a piece of tape there to keep them from falling. Also put a piece of duct tape on the bottom there to hold the wires up and out of the way when I put models in and out of here. Put another piece of Velcro here to hold those wires up that come from the other side. There's the 3 wires that go to the other side. And you can see that I have marked the DS64s with 21 through 28. That's the slot numbers of them. And if we back up here, you can see how that's all neatly tucked up under there. And that down here, I've cleaned up my mess and I am ready to put models back. And that is what I will be doing here shortly. Okay, and as usual now, we'll just take a little shot of the new train going around. I think this area right here is my favorite spot for train watching. On a little hill right here above the roundhouse and looking at the trestle and watching the trains come down off the pass. And here we see it completing a runaround on the siding of the other train that I had running the last time. At this point it's headed downhill for Kachina, for the interchange of Kachina. And I think that's going to be about it for today, guys. Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this short video. It's kind of a mini video, actually. But I'm glad you watched. And as usual, thanks for watching.